Two brothers walked into an apartment to check on their sister, and neither of them would walk back out. They were concerned about her relationship, but within minutes of walking inside, an argument broke out. It turned physical, and then everything escalated. At some point, the boyfriend left the apartment. He walked to his car, came back, forced his way inside, and that's when shots were fired. By the time police arrived, both brothers had been hit, and the man responsible was still at the scene. What happened inside that apartment didn't start that day. Here's what we know about this case and how everything unfolded. If you want more cases like this, make sure you're subscribed. Before the shooting, there was already tension. According to investigators, the woman at the center of this case had been in a relationship with Antoine Carter for years, but it wasn't without problems. Authorities say there had been previous incidents of domestic violence in that relationship, and her brothers, they were aware of it. Because this wasn't a random visit, this was protective. This was family stepping in. And that decision to show up that day would set everything in motion. May 2026, Liberty City, Miami. Inside an apartment, 3 people were already there. The woman, her boyfriend, Antoine Carter, and the environment that had already been tense. Then her brothers arrived. Investigators say the brothers came to check on their sister because of concerns about her safety. But what started as concern quickly turned into confrontation. Inside the apartment, an argument broke out. At first, verbal, then it escalated. According to reports, Carter and one of the brothers began arguing. That argument turned physical, and all 3 men became involved. This wasn't controlled, this wasn't contained. At some point, the girlfriend, the sister, left the apartment. Not to leave the situation entirely, but to get help. She went to a neighbor and asked them to call the police. But by the time she stepped away, everything inside was already escalating. According to investigators, this is where everything changes. Surveillance footage shows Carter leaving the apartment. He walks to his car, he retrieves something and puts it into his pocket. Moments later, he returns. He goes back to the apartment door and forces his way inside. And what happens next is what defines this entire case. Inside the apartment, gunfire, multiple shots. When officers arrived, 2 men had been shot, both suffering from severe injuries. One, 23-year-old Jaheem Pierre, was pronounced dead at the scene. The other, 28-year-old Gianni Pierre, was transported to the hospital but later died from his injuries. A neighbor later described hearing multiple gunshots in rapid succession, and by the time the shooting stopped, everything had already changed. When police arrived, they didn't have to search far. According to the arrest report, Carter was at the scene, pacing, and he told officers, "I'm the one. I have the firearm." Officers recovered a 9mm Glock firearm from his possession. The girlfriend, the sister, approached officers covered in blood and told them those were her brothers. In the matter of minutes, the situation had gone from family concern to a confirmed homicide. Investigators began piecing together the moments before the shooting. This wasn't random. This was relationship tension, family concern, and escalation. The brothers came to protect, not escalate, but to intervene. But intervention doesn't always end the way it's intended. According to reports, Carter claimed self-defense. He said the brothers were prepared to fight again. This creates 2 narratives, protection versus escalation. And this is where the case becomes more complex, because he left, retrieved a weapon, and returned. That sequence matters. Carter was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. During his court appearance, bond was denied. He remained in custody. And from that point forward, this would become a case that would be decided in court. This case also highlights something broader. Authorities noted there had been prior concerns about the relationship. The brothers' actions came from concern, but the outcome was irreversible. In situations like this, there are moments where things could go differently, but once escalation crosses a certain point, there's no way to reverse it. If you want to see cases like this evolve or when new videos go live, I've linked my email list below. I only send emails when there's new information or meaningful context to share. Subscribe to stay informed and feel free to share your thoughts respectfully in the comments. What part of this story stayed with you? And if you want to support the channel, you can use the super thanks button below. It genuinely helps support the time and research behind these videos. I'll see you in the next one.